Hello everybody, Big Planes here, and in this video I have a lot of really exciting news to talk about, and a lot of work has gone into the 737 project since you saw it last time, and most of that work has been right here in this engine. Now, at first glance it may not look super complicated, and sorry about the shaky camera, but actually a lot has been accomplished with this engine that I'm very excited to talk about, and there will be improvements to it, and there are parts coming on the way for this engine, but this engine is really one I wanted to talk about in this update video on the 737. Now, before we dive too deep into the engine, I did want to point out that I was able to smooth out this area using these bricks instead of, they're over here. Before I had these wedge plates right here, and now I've used these bricks on their side construction, and that looks a lot better. It's much smoother, it's much cleaner. I'm happy with it. Now that the wing design is generally done, and again, this area here needs to be smoothed out, but now that the wing design is generally done, I wanted to move on to the next hardest bit, which is going to be the engines. And as we know, the 737 has those iconic flat engines. I sort of have a picture over here. So you can see they're not completely round. They're sort of round up here, but then they get flat towards the bottom. So what I did here is, this is sort of interesting. I have actually designed exactly the design that you're going to need. So here's what I sort of came up with. We have these pieces. Two of these, I'm not sure where the second one went, but we have two of those and two of these again, or here, two of those and two of these, like this. And then what you do is, you can see is that on here, these line up perfectly. Again, sorry about the shaky camera. Leave a stud there, leave three studs there. As you can see, that lines up perfectly with the shape of the engine. So I actually took that design and went to the next level, and this is what I came up with. This is so far the engine for the 737. I think it looks pretty good, and it looks a little bit rough at the intake, but the main reason for that, and this is something that's also pretty exciting, I'm going to set the camera down. The main reason for that is that I actually ordered tiles that are going to go on these curved slopes, or macaroni bricks, and on these. As you know, Lego does sell the larger tiles that go here, and they also sell the larger tiles that go there, and then the smaller ones that go down here. So when I get those parts, this is all going to look very clean and very nice. It'll look very polished, and since I used curved slopes on the rest of this thing, it's going to look really cool. And one thing that you may notice on this is there's a wire hanging out the back, and that's pretty cool. Guess what? I was actually able to build in the M motor inside of there to do this, and I'm going to sort of demonstrate to you here. And this is what's going to go at the very back, the exhaust cone. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hook this up to a speed regulator right there, like so. Sorry about if I'm a little slow today. And then turn it on over here. Go get our remote, which is right here. And what's so cool about this, and make sure there's nothing catching right here, we're all good, is you can actually, make sure this is on the right channel, control that. So you can see, it's a little hard to see with the shadow, but there is actually a spinning turbine fan blade in there. Like that. And this does have full speed control, so you can see. I'm full throttle on this side. And it's not a super loud engine compared to the other ones, but it does spin pretty fast. And again, I know this is probably kind of difficult to see for you because of the shadow, but that is spinning at full speed. So I'm going to turn this down here and turn it off. I'm just going to turn it off right here. So that's really cool. Now, I know this doesn't look clean yet. It's not complete, but the design is there. It's pretty much done. I'm still cleaning up the bottom and the back, but again, I will be putting tiles right here. So this will all be a very tiled off, clean look. So I don't need you to concern over that, but I was able to use those macaroni pieces and get the engine intake. And what else on the 737 was I wanted to talk about on this update was basically just the engine. There was also some progress made on the wing here. It's a little smoother than before, though I do want to work on this area down here. And the roof, again, I ordered white pieces. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the color scheme of this, since I know I'm going to get a lot of questions on that. And the color scheme is going to be gray wings and a gray bottom with white engines and a white fuselage upper part, and the tail will be white. And I have a surprise as to what the livery will be, so you guys are going to have to hang around till then to see what the livery is going to be for this plane. You're going to be kind of surprised by it, but I think everybody will like it. So that's all I really have for this video. I am really happy to be able to share this video with you on the new progress that was made to the engines, or engine. And that's all I have for this one. In the next video, there will be a lot of progress that has been made to this. Bye for now.